I've lived 1,000 lives. I've piloted 1,000 souls. I've killed and fought and died just for another role.
This is the Happy Jacks RPG podcast, a roundtable discussion that's a mix of friendship, humor, unbridled enthusiasm, and tabletop RPG topics sent in from around the world.
Just for another
Hello, and welcome to Season 36, Episode 24 of the Happy Jacks RPG podcast. My name is Kimmy.
My name is Riley.
Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Terry.
Yay!
Yay, we have a full house tonight, and we have some very wonderful friends who haven't been on for a while, so welcome back.
It's been years since I've been here.
Been 84 years.
I came back from the Titanic and I am ready.
To sink this ship?
Yeah, probably.
All right, in today's episode, a guy in Austin asks how to get players to explore. Aggie wants to know our favorite systems, what our favorite systems do best. And from the archive 2022, Weaselcreature shares a success story. If you'd like to contribute a question or topic to the show, you can email us at happyjacksrpg@gmail.com. That's happyjacksrpg@gmail.com. Or you can post in the mailbag channel of the Discord at happyjacks.org/discord. That tends to be like the preferred method now. We get more Discord posts than we do emails now.
The times they are a change.
Exactly.
Wow.
That was enough off key that it won't get sued for you.
All right, announcements. Our next game days will be March 21st. It is fun, safe, and free. All games are required to use safety tools, and you can join in the fun on our Discord server at happyjacks.org/discord. We're one of those weird communities that has more GMs than players. So don't feel like if you join, I have to run something. No, if you want to just play games, people will love you so much. I mean, we'll love you if you run games too. That's also great. But do not feel obligated. And if you have stuff you want to play test or things like that, give it a shot. And it's very fun, very easy. Good time.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we do it every other month. So the next one should be coming up March, April, May. In May, that's the month after the next month. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm good.
It's like Kimmy's tired.
It's fine. All right. And please send in questions, stories, and commentary from the more aforementioned mailbag channel or email. We're running a little low on content, friends, so send in things.
Send in your questions.
Look, I know there's dumpster fires out there. We want to hear about it.
We specialize in dumpster fires.
My brain is playing the letters song from David Letterman, the We Get Letters, We Get Sacks, but we need much, much more letters.
I totally need to do a version of that.
Yeah.
All right, and our indie designer of the month. It is the last day, almost day of February. Close, this weekend. So our indie designer of the month for February is still Tristan Zimmerman, him, of Molten Sulfur Press. Tristan was on the show last week. We had a great time. Cool. Tristan specializes in RPGs set in real history. His day job is writing for the Revolutionary War RPG Nations and Cannons.
Nice. That's awesome.
You can find their stuff by searching Molten Sulfur Press on DriveThruRPG or at moltensulfur.com. Sulfur is very hard for me to say today. I don't know why.
Moltensulfur.com.
Moltensulfur.com.
Still mess it up. Do it again.
Yeah.
Another take.
Moltensulfur.com.
There we go.
There we go. I had to put on the talkie voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Today's product we're going to talk about is the GM's Real World Reference. The best stories, settings, and NPCs are often inspired by the real world. This book takes you from endless wastes to soaring palaces, through thrilling events and heart-stopping disasters, and introduces you to figures both treacherous and heroic. This is not a history book. It is a reference for GMs. We know that the nitty-gritty details don't translate into your game. What GMs need is story, striking, attention-grabbing story that will make your players sit up and say, wow, where did you get these ideas?
Oh, yeah.
The book itself is huge, 221 pages and 160 topics. There are subjects from all over the world and from all periods in history. Each topic contains all the information you need to run it at your table and none of the information you don't. Plus, each one ends with tips on how to use the subject in your game. The document is easy to navigate with a terrific index to help you find exactly the topic you need for your game. Cool. And you can get it for $12 on DriveThruRPG for the PDF.
I feel like if your players ask you where'd you get your ideas, you are obligated to turn your chair backwards and say like, I learned from history.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna learn.
We're gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have cool sub energy if you're not.
Okay.
Like I did.
Dangerous Minds.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer
Yeah.
shows up.
Yeah.
What was it, the
I'm
principal?
always trying to be Michelle Pfeiffer in any scenario I can be.
Yeah, it's funny. I've actually been on a weird alt history kick for like fiction and stuff like that, going through and listening to that. So I was like, oh, please. And now like I'm 2 seconds away from playing Civ again. So it's just gonna be down that rabbit hole. So
Yeah.
if you too would like to get lost. Yeah.
I'm literally starting a book that I'm writing right now that I took a real history story and then like just shifted it a little bit to the left and changed the names, stuff like that. But yeah.
Nice. That's
I
awesome.
love that.
That's a good way to do it.
Inspiration.
Yeah. 100%.
That's brilliant. I feel like it was one of my favorite campaigns, D&D campaign I was in. They basically reskinned like different elements of history in a beautiful way, and it feels like this would be helpful
That's
for
awesome.
whatever the next world we jump into. We basically like, took like a little portkey and like ended up like in like the 1920s and like reskinned like all of our weapons and everything.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
Took those vibes of some old gangsters. You see, they were in the 1920s all of a sudden.
Yeah,
You see.
Now you're on the trolley.
out of the backlog of games that we have that we've run, I know there's a couple that took place in history
Yeah.
that were like, I know Sturmgeist was. Do you know what other ones, if people were on a history kick, what they could listen to?
They should go to happyjacks.org and hit the actual play button and scroll through the pictures and descriptions.
That would be a good way of doing it. Yeah.
Or ask other fans on our Discord.
Yes,
right.
because they will know. I know too.
Somebody will know.
But I want to
100% someone
see
will
if
know.
you know.
Well,
Yeah.
they'll never learn if you tell them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you teach a fan to fish, etc.,
no.
etc.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one today.
It's great. It's great.
Thank you, Jane, for posting the actual play
I know.
archive.
Good job, buddy.
Someone right now on the Discord is going, here's a list of all the historical shows they've done.
Yeah, yeah. They know. They're brilliant. I love them all.
Yeah.
They have more brain than I do right now.
Okay. Do we actually want to start?
All right.
mailbag?
Yeah. Mailbag. What? Who would like to read?
I have been nominated as
Okay.
such. Yes. Hello, friends I haven't met. Hello.
Hi.
I'm running into a problem with my science fantasy games. Think high-tech, with spells, not Spelljammer. How dare you not Spelljammer? Don't think Spelljammer. That's my interjection. How do I encourage players to explore without railroading? Okay. Here are 2 examples of the problem. They're slightly different, but I think they represent the same issue. The characters land on a planet. After a little bit, they realize that they need to cross a bit of wilderness chock full of awesome encounters to get to the story goal. Players, being players, say, what's the most efficient way to get there? I don't think I've ever said that in a game. Bless your players.
Yeah, I'm always trying to the other way. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's it. So they hop back on their airship or their ship and they fly to the target location and jump out to deal with the problem. The characters have to locate the story goal in an abandoned base full of all sorts of nastiness. So they pull out their comm links to turn on the flashlight app, and then they hack a local panel and they send in a drone to figure out the safest route to get there. Let me be clear. I want to reward ingenuity, and I do not want to shut them down. These are very reasonable approaches I would do if I was sitting in the player chair. However, being able to constantly short-circuit dungeon crawls can get a tad old. Furthermore, I try to think of ways they will handle these situations so I can be ready, but during prep, and not having people to vibe off of, they don't always occur to me. I'll also point out that after soliciting feedback from my players, they've been very happy with my game, which I think is the most important thing. I'm clear this is something I want to get out of my games, but I don't want it to get old. Thanks in advance, some old guy in Austin. P.S. Yes, I'm talking about Starfinder. I have not played
part of the
Starfinder.
whole time.
Yeah.
I haven't either. I don't know if that really affects the story at all. My feeling about this is I don't really see necessarily the need to. My opinion is, first of all, I'm very on the record saying a little bit of railroading is not bad, but also it seems like okay, you listed a bunch of things they did. Okay, they found the place, they flew there, they hopped out of the ship, they jumped on, they found a thing that they could hack and look for it. Those all feel like things you could make fun skill checks for, and then if things don't go well, then you can have lots of ways. Okay, you jumped over the target, make a skill check for like navigation or survival to see if you found the right spot. Low skill check. Oh, you got blown off course. Now you have to get to the space. Oh, you hacked this thing. Oh, when you were hacking it, make your check to see how your hacking went. Oh, it didn't go well. You've activated robots. Like that. Like there's lots of things you can do to follow the fun that they're already
Now
picking
your
out for
comms
you.
have like a virus or something, and you have to like figure something else out. Yeah.
And you're not punishing them. You're just like you're taking the thing that they pinpointed as the fun they want to have, and you're just ratcheting up the stakes a little bit with that. Like follow the path they're giving you, the path that they are finding for you, and they are you just take what they're doing and lean into that fun, but just find ways to make it more challenging, interesting. Because like maybe like it sucks when you've built like a whole map out and you have a lot of stuff that you want them to do and they don't want to go to it, but also like as a player, sometimes dungeon crawling gets real boring, especially if you don't feel like there's any reason to be doing it.
Sure.
So I think that like that's my feeling is like they're enjoying their game, they're happy with it, and they're giving you good feedback, which is the most important thing, like Rob said when reading it. So I think like just find ways to take what they're already doing and find a way to build the game around that.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the other thing is if just because they don't go to an encounter that you have planned doesn't mean that encounter goes away into the ether, right? That encounter in the forest with all the creepy, creatures and stuff like that can easily be a creature that shows up as they're trying to get to the most efficient way through the thing. And I think the other thing that we're potentially missing here is stories, backstories, character stories, right? So if they're trying to short circuit right now, I don't know if that's a bad thing, but if they're trying to go the most efficient route on their way there, do they hear something calling from the side that's a little more character driven, a little more character appointment? Like, is there a way that you can manipulate? I'm going to use the word manipulate in this case. I like the word manipulate.
Incentivize.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to stick with manipulate. I'm in PR.
Is there a way you can gaslight your players?
Yeah.
Yes, Queen Girl, boss your players. There's one more than to do.
That's right. We're going to make fetch happen. And so...
Fetch quest can happen. Yes,
Yes,
I
that's
haven't
right.
thought about that. Yes, continue on. I'm going to come back to it.
But draw them, like, go after their backstory, go after their character, go after their motivations, go after some of the stuff that's happening in between characters, and pull them aside from their straight line, right? It's an opportunity.
I want to hear this fetch thing. I'm sorry. I just got. I'm so...
It's just the pun of fetch quest because, like, okay, say they want to go to the ship. Okay. Oh, there's a barrier around the ship, and you have to take that barrier down. So you have to go this way to deactivate it, so you can do the thing you want. Like make a fetch quest, make a thing that requires them to go into the wilderness you plan, so they can accomplish a task to open up the pathway they want to go to. Not everybody can fly right into the second Death Star. Sometimes you have to send people down to deal with cannibalistic teddy bears and stormtroopers and take down a shield generator before the rebels can fly into the Death Star and blow it up. Like it's called plot development, and you're allowed to do it that. It's not railroading. It's running games.
Yeah,
So,
and that's one of the things that Star Wars does so well. And like all their different things, there's not a lot Star Wars does well anymore. Andor's amazing, but
I was about to say it.
yeah, Andor's amazing.
Andor and Skeleton Crew both were
Okay,
excellent.
yeah. But they do a really great job of finding reasons that they can't just fly to the place.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the shields are up or whatever, the planet
Interdictors,
has something that like ships can't fly through, it messes up radar, whatever it is. And all of those are really great story beats because it causes this ripple effect of what the players then have to do. So even though it's like this like fantasy sci-fi like space opera, you get people walking through a jungle.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
because but it makes perfect sense with the fiction and the world they've built too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Give yourself permission is also what I want to say, to like have fun with it and to trust yourself that you built all these things for a reason, especially if you had them in mind while you're building this out, that you can take them there and not feel like you said like you're railroading, but really like you're building with them, and let them know, hey, there might be little surprises along the way, so that that could add to the excitement of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love this. I love a side quest. I'm the one who always was like, where's the little random thing on the side? So I don't know what it's like to be this player who's trying to be efficient. So I'm just like trying to think what I would do on the other side. I would, be your own, I guess, worst enemy of taking it off course.
Yeah.
All right. It's okay.
Yeah, I just had this happen last Saturday. So I run games for kids, like I've talked about before, and I did a sequence where they were in this massive Colossus robot that was going to blow up, and they were like trying to get out of it, and they all tried different things, and it went a little awry, and we had about a half hour of very fun role play because of it, because like. One character decided to banish 2 people so they wouldn't be in the thing when it blew up. One character dimension doored away with another person, left one person behind to then book it and try to get out of there. Lost his concentration check, so one of the people he had banished appeared again in the head, like right as it was about to go off. So that was like a fun thing to role play out. And like at the end, then they like started getting mad at each other because like, no, we all should have loaded into the portable hole and had you get the portable hole out, and we should have just done that. And it's like, no, you shouldn't have. You guys just got a fun half hour of game out of what you just did, and it was a much more satisfying thing than it would have been to be like, okay, well, that's 20 minutes of game ended because you guys did one thing and everyone got out. Okay, like,
Right.
it's like, no, we wouldn't have got all that story of one character being buried under a whole mountain of rubble and having to be dug out with spells to find him and rescue him.
Conflict
Like,
is the joy. Like,
Yeah.
and if you're skipping the conflict, you're skipping part of the joy of problem solving. And what we really, I think, ultimately play games for is like we're practicing for all the problems that are around us. Look at us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
In addition to like fetch quests, I'm gonna bring up the dread of all like video games and bring up the escort quest.
Oh.
But in RPGs, it's not quite so bad because you don't have to stand and wait for them to catch up or their slow, out of pace walk that just happens to pull all the aggro ever.
And giving
But
dialogue.
finding reasons and finding things that are like required to be like if they're helping out a town, maybe there's a pilgrimage that they need to go on, and it's like a religious pilgrimage of some type, so they have to do it by like getting in a ship doesn't serve the same purpose. So doing this world building where are there some things that just culturally maybe need to be done on the planet and not using ships and stuff like that too can really be a great motivator, especially if they start, like Rob was saying, start tying backstory and things like that, and they start having connections to this place. Then they might start like weaving that the culture of the town you make or the whatever civilization it is into how they approach other problems too. If one of your PCs decides to like convert to whatever this town believes, then they're like, oh no, we have to walk a certain number of miles a day. Like
Now they've got a code that's specific to that. Oh, I love that.
That's really good.
Or like if the enemies track a ship coming out of this town, they're gonna fire on this town, so you can't be a target that's gonna draw attention. And like kind of what you were saying and what Rob was saying combined, the NPC that is your escort person could be someone tied into a player's backstory. Yeah. So they have an attachment or investment in that character's
They
survival.
want to stay with them.
Like, what if it's an old gambling friend of yours who lives on a cloud city?
Yeah, there you go.
You still own your ship?
Yeah.
Lost in fair and square. And it's
Yep. What was the game that we played where I think it was you drowned the entire civilization?
Yeah.
Which was that one of Stu's?
Yeah, it was like a one shot or like a short campaign.
So thinking about the two things Riley mentioned with both skill checks and with chaos happening with the kids, one of this game we played years ago, it had an escalating skill check base. So you could make some of them and it would work out okay, or you could massively fail. And Kimmy, I think, ended up killing an entire civilization.
I did.
Yeah. It was fine.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to help. It was one. It was
like mean to kill everybody. It just happened.
It was like one of those big epic fails in an RPG. Where like, oh no.
But that
you committed an atrocity.
I did.
But I think that gets around the railroading feel in that you still give bonuses for success, and if there's a massive success, it's to be celebrated. And they find the most efficient way, and maybe they find a clue at the end, or maybe they get some bonus that you come up with later. But as that step keeps happening, the pressure ramps up, the things like that. You succeed. Oh, great. Oh, but you failed. Oh, but then you failed again. Oh, you failed again. And now your ship's just busted in the middle of all the encounters that you wanted. and guess what? You've got more game than you prepped for.
Yeah.
So
And you're walking.
and you're walking, and we're walking.
And I said it up top at the beginning of this question, and I'll say it again. I don't think that railroading is as much of a sin as we treat it like it is. I think railroading is a part of every game, and I think that like if you have planned a module, or if you're running a pre-published module, or if you've written a story at all, there's a degree of railroading, because otherwise, like, you are like, if you don't have any railroad, then you're basically just like open sandbox eventually is also meandering and useless too.
Yeah.
And like, it is okay to be like, yeah, there's a little bit of rails on this. You don't have to be like, yes, there's a difference between saying like, no, you have to play this game. This is how I wrote it this way. You have to do things this way.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of like, yeah, this is what I prepped for this week as you in the wilderness doing this thing. And you could even be honest if you don't have, like you're saying, like, what was the line? During prep, I don't always have the situations occurred to me. It's like, if your concern is that you don't have the base ready to go yet, and like you're not ready for them to jump ahead to get there, don't feel bad about finding a reason that they don't get to the base yet. Because if you want to, be honest with it. Like, hey guys, I don't have the base ready yet. Do you you don't have to do it that way. You can do it seamlessly, and they might not even notice it based on the things we've said here.
Yeah.
But it's okay to run the game you prepped. Like, it's fine. Like, find ways to make it work based on what they did, and it
I
will
just
be
think
okay.
it's like a teacher with a lesson plan. Do you know what I mean? They're like, you go in, they're gonna do what they do sometimes, but like, you still have, maybe not have the next lesson ready. I think it's perfectly valid. I love that, Riley. Yeah.
Yeah.
It may not be a full yes and, but it might be a yes but.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think exploring is a habit that you have to build into your table culture, because it's something that has to be like deprogrammed from a lot of RPG players, because they've been trained okay, we're gonna go to the dungeon, we're gonna fight the thing, we're gonna take the money, we're gonna go back, we're gonna go to the next dungeon, we're gonna do the thing. Is how a lot of people entered the hobby. I was watching a YouTube video on Kingdom Come, the video game.
Yeah.
By Annie Austin, who's amazing. I've talked about that channel before. It's the best. He did a walkthrough of different forests in the game and like the weird stuff. And there was one forest, he's like, this seemed weird to me, but then I looked up and this is a European birch tree, and this birch tree actually, if you look, it has leaves that are anyway. So he got really into the weeds, because that's what he does. It's so great. It's a great channel. But he also found like all these weird little things that the developers had just put in random places in the forest. Like there was one that was a cabin that was clearly based on Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
And there was
that's
like,
cool.
yeah.
That's
And then, but there's one that was just like this weird little like water wheel that was making a clicking sound.
Yeah.
And like, people all over the internet had been like talking about this and trying to figure out like what it was for. And I'm not going to spoil it because you should go watch the video. But the developer, he like emailed them and they wrote him back. And so like having those little things built into that video game has caused people to explore that video game more.
Oh yeah.
So if you start
100%.
like seeding these little things, even if they're not full like encounters, just like fun little Easter eggs and things around your environments, your players are going to be much more likely to go through and have a sense of wonder and interest as they like, oh, okay, what's this weird little water wheel for? I don't know. Like, and then like go on, and then maybe it ties in with someone they meet later, or maybe there's the weird Hansel and Gretel house, or maybe it's just a beautiful forest that's made out of like crystals or something that's just like this little.
It makes my heart so happy right now, because I'm just hearing like building curiosity in this like day and age and environment. I think is actually really important of like
Wonder.
deprogramming the like colonizing patriarchy mindset of like traditional gameplay in a lot of ways, right? I mean, just that's what I'm hearing when you're talking about that. That's
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah, and like you're totally like hustle culture is such a thing. Like we feel we have to make every moment like profitable. And so like having these moments in a game where we're supposed to just be enjoying ourselves, where our characters can also just chill and enjoy themselves, and just wow, this is just a beautiful place. Or just describing like they go into some sort of cathedral or something, they look up and it's just beautiful. And maybe that doesn't have anything to do with what quest they're on, but it's something that makes everybody enjoy their moment at the table more. And I think that's, if you start getting them to appreciate that, and then they'll want more and more of it. And it's just something that can build into a really excellent, just like vibe and make them want to explore.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Players can have a little description as a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a treat?
Yeah,
Thanks,
as a treat.
Riley. Okay, I want a description. Give it to me. That's really delightful. I love this. Thank you. That makes me want to run a game right now. You're doing it. Job
Everyone
done.
describe a cathedral right now.
Right now.
I love Pillars of the Earth. It's a book by Ken Follett. Anyway, just think about
Yeah.
that. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
that book changed my life or whatever. I was like thinking about it. Anyway, cathedral descriptions. Anyway, if you need some historical cathedral description, anyway, the book is incredible. But
Yep.
So good.
yeah,
All right. Mailbag number 2.
mailbag number 2. I believe that's me.
It's you. It's really
Hi, dear Happy Jacks folk. I've been listening to and enjoying your show for a while now. In some episodes, I've heard you mention that sometimes people use D&D to play certain types of games when there are other game systems that would fit that game type better. Well, yeah. Sorry, that was me. Adding the well, yeah. What are some of your favorite game systems, and what type of game do you think they're the best for? Thank you. Aggie on Discord. What's up, Aggie on Discord?
Hey.
Oh my gosh. So many games. And even I was just talking about people reskinning a D&D game too. It happens.
Yeah.
That's what they're familiar with.
It's what, yeah, I guess it's the gateway drug, right? It's the starter package, the starter package.
And it does do what it was built to do well.
Yes.
It does like high fantasy, like combat-y stuff incredibly well.
Yep. Lots
Magic
of math.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little more malleable than some people do. I do think like that's often debated. But we don't have to get into that right now. My answer is D&D. I like that for all games now.
I think you're right though. And over the years, and especially with specific setting books and things that they've done a really good job of making it work in a lot of different ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like what Rob said. Like everyone, you kind of assume most people who play role-playing games have played D&D.
Yeah.
So there is sort of a level of like, I know that you will understand on a base concept what this rule system is, whereas opposed to any other system you may run into. Okay, I'm almost teaching you how to roll this game from the ground up. So, but that's based on their question, though, I think that I have different answers to this. But yeah. But I went first last time, so I was letting somebody else go ahead. I'm trying to be nice and share the space.
Oh gosh, don't look at me first. I don't have a brain. Hi.
Okay. Well, then I will say my answer to this
Yeah.
question is if I'm looking for a specific type of game, like I want a particular style of storytelling, I do tend to look for a PBTA game that is in Powered by the Apocalypse.
That was gonna be. I
Yeah.
should have
In-
gone first.
yeah.
You're right, Riley. Because that's what
Yeah,
I was gonna
I
say.
do-
Like most games are gonna be PBTA.
Yeah.
Now you're
If
just
I'm
gonna-
looking
now
for
you're just
that
gonna
vibe.
cheat.
No.
I'm like, there's probably going to be a version. Someone has hacked
Yeah.
a PBTA game.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you want to tell a story about emotions and found families in space, you might go somewhere. I don't know where you might go for that. Or like, let's say you want to tell a story about horny teenage monsters. You know, you might do
Yes,
that.
monsters,
So like, there's
yeah.
also. I was thinking of
Monster
Hearts.
Monster Hearts.
Yes,
but yeah.
Monster Hearts is great.
Monster League is what? Monster League is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
specifically. If I'm looking for a specific type of genre, that's what I do. Otherwise, I think most games I tend to run because something about that game in itself made me interested and I wanted to play it. Like, I don't think that I tend to. It is interesting because sometimes when for our podcast, we have tried to like find games that fit like the stories we want to tell, and I find that always a lot more frustrating than if you like come from a place of like PBTA is like I have a genre, there's probably a genre for it somewhere out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think like if not PBTA, I'm starting to find more and more Forged in the Dark games that also similarly have that. But that also does tend to always still fall into some level of heisty type stuff.
Yeah.
Grow by Moonlight's the only one I think doesn't quite do heisty stuff as much. I feel like Grow by Moonlight is the Thirsty Sword Lesbians of Forged in the Dark, where it's much more a game about emotions and feelings.
Yep.
But otherwise, I typically like I tend to struggle if I'm actively going, I want to tell this kind of story. What game can I do for that? And then I have to look at every game ever invented to see what fits that. Whereas like so that's like typically if I'm running another kind of game, I'm going because I'm like something about that game made me excited and I wanted to run it.
Yeah, you don't want to get into analysis paralysis when trying to figure out
Yeah, exactly.
which system.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You want to do?
Sure. Yeah. I think right now, for fantasy, my favorite game is One Ring by Free League. Partially like tying back to what we were talking about a minute ago with like the whimsy and the just enjoying the world, and the journey mechanic in that game specifically forces players to slow down and take time traveling through the world. And some days you have a beautiful little encounter that like, oh, we meet someone nice on the road and we sang songs by the campfire. And then another time, oh, there were things that attacked us. Okay, we had to fight them off. And this time, oh, there was, a weird ghost that appeared. And it's just so great all of it's tied into the lore of the world. And that's more and more, I think, like, the older I get, that whimsy and just, like, enjoying the world is something that I love so much. And Free League games specifically have so much of that built into them. Like, we just finished our Road to Nowhere, which is our Electric State campaign.
Yeah, Dave.
And it was the same sort of thing. And like a road trip where you have to take the time. There's no just like, okay, we're going to drive and we're going to go and we're going to be in San Francisco next. Like, you have to take that time and really live in the world. And I think that's skipped in so many systems. Even other systems I love, but I love the Free League games for that whimsy and, like, slower pace of travel and life.
Yeah.
You want a break. I love that. I was like, yes,
That's
preach.
projecting.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me wanting a break.
Yeah.
Hi.
We know we all want to break
I
these
love.
days.
Well, that's partly. I feel like that's one reason I play games. Sometimes I want to play this, Hulk Smash, but I also love something that's the polar opposite. I was just thinking about Good Society.
Yeah.
Is one of my favorites
Yep.
because I love. You want something like Bridgerton? I was very of that vibe and like stepping back. I leave Sense and Sensibility on a lot or Pride and Prejudice or one of those on for the cats a lot when I leave. They're very cultured, my cats. But Good Society is one of those ones that I love for just giving you a lot of beautiful backstory and a lot of support with your NPCs and characters and creating a very fun little world where you're going to drink tea and maybe go to a ball. And that's something that feels, I want a ball.
Pinkies up.
Pinkies up.
I've never played it. I really want to.
It's so good.
Well, clearly I'm going to have to run a campaign. I'm Riley. Oh my God, that would be so fun.
Indeed.
My stint as a dowager is still one of my most favorite
Oh, that would be a
RPG
hard role not to
experiences.
play. I would want to be a
It's so
Of course.
Jason was my niece that I was trying to get married off.
Yes.
And it was amazing. I was so mean to Jason's niece.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh my gosh. Like, we went to the ball and I was like,
Was her name something like Cecily or something? I feel like,
and she wore the same color as the drapes, so she
Yes.
just matched with the walls. And what was she thinking? How was she gonna get a husband?
Oh,
Like,
it's so good.
Jason was not prepared for my level of enthusiasm for this part. He's like,
I would
sure
love
he
to
jumped
do-
right into.
oh, he loved it, but he's like, my feelings are hurt about my imaginary dress that matches everything.
I want to play a Good Society game, but that's ported over to be more like the Gilded Age. So it's like you've got the more like upscale, the higher stakes. Like that would be real fun to do.
Yeah, I think
Oh
that would be
my
really
god,
good.
that would
All
be
right, all right,
so
all right.
much fun.
We're cooking now. I love that.
Yeah.
And also thinking just because my other character trait is like Vampire the Masquerade or like some other like Call of Cthulhu or some horror genre.
Yeah.
I bit my teeth on Werewolf. That was my first game ever. Werewolf the Apocalypse. I love Werewolf the Apocalypse,
Yeah.
and it feels so relevant to the current society.
Hello.
Right?
Yeah.
Hello.
The
Yes, demigods. Thank you, James.
If you want a PBTA game about playing demigods in the world, there's a game for that.
I haven't heard about it.
It's probably okay.
Eh,
Yeah.
eh. I'm waiting for that same person to run a D&D game.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard they don't do that.
no.
Yeah.
Never
Um,
happened.
Jason does not run D&D games.
No.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Run tall ships in space? I don't
He's
know.
like LaCroix, but with D&D.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
It
if
smelled
you're-
like D&D in the other room.
Yeah, I feel like, oh, someone, if you're drinking it and someone yells like strawberry really loud, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jason's like,
Yeah.
if you're playing a game and someone's like D&D, you're like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, 20. Yeah, okay.
We love you, Jason.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
I mean,
I do.
Mhm. What's your game?
Well, so it's interesting because I absorbed this question in a little bit of a different aspect and went more system math rock based.
yeah.
As opposed to setting and things along those lines. I am a glutton for punishment, and one of my, I think this is just momentum at this point, but one of my favorite systems was always the Palladium system, which is a garbage system.
I almost quit playing role-playing games entirely as a kid because of that game. It
See,
was so complicated. I was too young, I think, when I heard to play it.
Yeah, I mean, I probably was too, but but it's one of those things that like I saw, I'm the little baby duckling and I saw the cat and now the cat's my mom, right? That was the way I was with Riffs, and but what I really loved about that is it gave you all the skills ever. It's not like Rollmaster crazy, but it was like, yes, I only have a 5% chance to succeed in something with like anthropology, but fuck it, let's go. Yeah. Right? I can roll my math rocks and see what happens, right? Mm-hmm. And then on the opposite side of the system, I always had a lot of fun with Savage Worlds, right? Mm-hmm. Savage Worlds and like the exploding dice and being able to have those astronomically high rolls that had all of the success in the world and really built on that drama and that pulp aspect of things. Mm-hmm. Like I fully enjoyed like those two very different. One was super simple, the other super complex. But I think that they allowed for different storytelling and different player interaction. Right? Mm-hmm. Savage Worlds got a little too simple at times. And then the Palladium stuff got a little too hard at times, like a little too in depth. So, but it just depends on what you want to do. I think those were some of my favorite game systems. Yeah.
It's funny to hear someone say Savage Worlds was a little too simple because, like, what I always hate about Savage Worlds is trying to like do the math of making each thing fit the setting that it was. It was like trying to put square pegs in round holes constantly when playing.
Yeah.
That.
Oh yeah. Man. Yeah.
I mentioned all the PBTA games. If I'm just sitting down to play and I don't want to we don't have like a ton of plans, we just want to play a game or like a quick thing. I love almost all of Grant Howitt's one-sheet RPGs, but my favorite is The Witch is Dead. Like, I don't know, it's just like there's something about the personality and the humor, like the whimsy you're talking about in all those games. Mm-hmm. There's just something about the like cuteness of them and the weirdness of each of them and how each of them can be summed up with like a single paragraph of like, you're trying to steal honey. Also, you're a fucking bear. Like I like that about it, and like description of like there was a lovely witch living in the cottage, and somebody murdered her. Now you need to go steal their eyes and bring her back. Have at it. Like it's just very fun, and there's something very fun about the way a lot of those games take very like low stakes stories, or they take very innocent type creatures and put them in like these like scalable adventures. So you've got like animals going into town trying to find a man so they can kill him, and there's also like goblins doing like simple little tasks that are like favors for their hutch, and like it's like that's something very fun about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I was gonna say one more. I was thinking about you're thinking about sweet fun stuff. That made me think about Brindlewood Bay. And
I want to play that. Yeah,
so fun, little murder mystery, little very like you can be Jessica Fletcher style, whatever. I also leave that a lot on the log for the cats. Yep. They're very well versed in murder mystery.
I played a character based on her for one of the Clock Tower game. I was the like one that's supposed to be suspicious, but you're not actually the killer. Yeah. And so I played it as I'm an author. I'm just going to small towns trying to write my books, and people keep dying, and it's not my fault, but everyone blames me every time
because you happen to be there, like a harbinger of death. Yeah. Incredible, but yeah. Fun little quirky. I love a little fun quirky game.
I do wonder, considering that Cabot Cove was such an elderly base of people to begin with, what are the population statistics of that? Like how many people died a year in Cabot Cove?
How many people are migrating there?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Midsummer County in the UK. Like the number of murders they've had there for like 15 years now. Someone dies every week. Horrible murder.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
And I'd be remiss if I did not shout out my favorite superhero system, Wild Talents.
Oh yeah,
that one's amazing, and I've reskinned it to be a bunch of different stuff. But it's got my favorite combat mechanic for superhero stuff, and the one roll engine where like everybody rolls at the same time, and then the numbers on the dice resolve what actually lands first, and it is chaos, but like contained enough. But it ends up like with these amazing fights like you'd see in a movie where. And I know I've used the Avengers like before, but it's like a very like easy, like people get it. So it's like, okay, Hawkeye's gonna like shoot the bad guy, but Hulk is down there and he's gonna punch the wall the bad guy's standing on. And so you all declare what you're gonna do and you all roll. And then that result tells you how well you did at each thing and also which happened first.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Because it can mess up.
Yeah. So like if the Hulk ends up punching first, then Hawkeye misses his shot because the guy fell just as the arrow flew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it ends up really, really fun and really like pretty cool, quick combat once you get used to it.
Combat storytelling.
Doctor Who is very similar, or not similar to that, but a different combat system in that with Doctor Who, you also declare what you're doing ahead of time, but then you go in the order based on what you're doing. So because it's Doctor Who, talkers always go first, and then people who are going to move go second, people who are going to do an action go third, and then finally fighters go last. So if you're planning on fighting, you made it not getting to do a thing because everybody else did a thing that moved people out of your way, and so you can't do, which is like very Doctor Who. A lot of times someone's planning on attacking, and then the Doctor talks somebody into giving them their gun, you know?
Yeah,
So
that's so perfect in theme for that setting. That's so cool.
yeah. Love the Doctor Who RPG.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sweet.
All right.
I would like to play that.
It's great.
Yeah.
All right, I've run it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if we do that now too.
Give me a call.
All right. Thank you, Aggie.
Yeah.
Mailbag number 3 from the archive.
Ooh, this one's me. Greetings, Kimmy and the Jackholes. Life happens, and I haven't been able to run a game for a couple years now. Still playing plenty, thank the gods. And this was from 2022, so have they played more since then, or? Is
Yeah,
it
they absolutely.
Oh, they have in this letter. They have. This last weekend, my wife and I were in charge of the RPG rooms at Game School Con, and I got the chance to run some games. Keeping in mind this con is for school-age kids, we get players from 4 to 18 years old. For my first game, I ran Iron Kingdoms, and it was all teenagers. But the shining moment came when the player who had never played an RPG got the last hit in on the boss. She was so excited, and the table cheered for her. My second game was Hero Kids, with kids from 5 to 10 years old. I thought I'd try something new. Well, new for me. I'm sure others have done this. No, you admitted it. And I didn't have an adventure planned. The selling point was that we were going to craft the adventure at the table.
Never heard of it.
Nope.
I never do that. I'm not doing that at all this weekend. What I had envisioned was my asking some questions like, what type of bad guys do you want? What type of adventure sounds fun? Exploring a cave, ships, and pirates, etc. And the kids giving me some answers. Well, as soon as I said, okay, it's time to design our adventure, I was flooded by excited suggestions ranging from maybe the mayor's son is kidnapped, there should be an island with a skull cave, and up to we get betrayed by a fairy. It was so fun collating their input and tossing together a quick adventure that I was able to fit everything, including a werebear when their tracker some big animal tracks. I don't know how to parse that out. So
That's fine.
to say. Maybe it's just a big cat or a werebear. Okay.
When the tracker
As
saw
much
that.
fun as I had, I was tickled to the core when one of the players in the middle of the combat blurted out, "I am having so much fun." It was written that way.
No, it was.
Roll them dice like your life depends on it. Sincerely, Weaselcreature.
Yay.
That sounds great.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like such a kid thing. Like,
Yeah.
my like first
With
grade
the
was-
fairy in
yeah,
there too.
the fairy.
Delightful.
Well, that kid is like great parenting there. They already know fairies will betray them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, well
No
done.
deals. No deals.
Like my
My
kid and I have
house
had
sounds
that
like fairy
talk.
propaganda.
Like stranger danger, fairy danger.
Yeah, don't eat their food.
Yeah.
Don't take anything from them. Don't give them anything.
No.
If they ask for your name, you say no.
Don't make up a name. That is
If they
but
say, "Can I have a moment of your time?" Don't give it to them.
Nope.
They'll take the minute you're born.
Okay, Rumpelstiltskin. I'm sorry.
But kids have this great habit of like blurting out when they're having fun, like at the weirdest moments. Like my class was performing today for the whole school. And so we're like doing the little song. I'm like sitting in front of them, like reminding them of the movements like you do. And then one of them turns and looks at me and is like, "Miss Hughes, I'm having so much," like in the middle of the song.
Yeah.
She's just like,
You're like, yep.
"Great, keep singing.
Yeah.
Keep going."
You'll have more fun if you get to the end.
Yeah, good job. It's super cute. You're just like you can't not love it, but also please keep singing.
Yep.
But yeah, that's such a amazing. It's a great feeling, and it's so cool. And I love. It's also great because adults also will do it. They're just more subtle about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll just be like, you get like the head nod.
What about this?
Yeah. Or they're just having so much fun. They're like, yeah.
This is a
And
good
they
Guys,
game.
I have players tell me they love my games and how great I was at the end of every game I run. You guys don't all have that?
I meant like in the middle of.
I don't
it.
run games, so that's,
Yeah.
don't-
Me,
you don't
have-
excuse me,
cut that out.
Riley.
I
Excuse
don't, by the way,
me.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
really. That was just making me
Excuse me. Well, that's what happens when I run karaoke. And if I don't have someone tell
I
me,
run
it's
karaoke.
the best. I do.
I legit have told Terry.
And
doing a
if
great job for
they
karaoke,
don't
so,
tell me
yeah.
that, like if
I
someone
usually
doesn't
pick
come
a song
up,
that Terry can sing with me because they're so awesome at karaoke. So
Have you seen the karaoke RPG?
What?
No.
Shut
think-
the front door.
I think it might be called Jukebox. I forget. When I was at Big Bad Con like 2 years ago, they were like,
Why
gonna
no one talked
kickstart
to
it.
Terry about this?
We'll find it. We'll find it for you.
Karaoke needs
gotta-
to know.
we
gotta- You and Joey
You know
together.
what? I actually
Amazing.
turned D&D into karaoke, so I don't need.
Amazing.
What I like is that these two emails, this first email and this third email, are almost telling the same story because they're both literally like, "Oh, my players decided what they wanted to do and they had fun with it and they ran with it and that was the fun game they were enjoying." Like it does feel like this is the adult version of Mailback 1 and the kid version of Mailback 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I planned that.
Yeah, of course. you
Yeah.
did. That's the story arc.
Because these are far more positive than a lot of the other ones that we've had. So
Yeah.
We've been getting a lot more positive ones lately.
good. Because for a while there it was rough.
Yeah. I think the dip of I don't know.
Yeah,
I will say
People are
that
going through it, is what I will say.
Yeah, so they're sending out positive vibes.
positive vibes.
Yeah.
having run a lot of games for kids in the last several years,
Mhm.
it is great when you don't plan something and the kids give you a whole game.
Oh, yeah.
But you are taking your life in your hands when you do that, because I will tell you, I've had plenty of times where I've sat down at a table and I have asked kids, like, "So what do you want to do today?" "I don't know."
6, 7.
"Oh, 6, 7.
Oh,
Yeah,
you,
and
you've
also-
talked to my kids? Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Well, at my table, they say like,
I am your kid. I'm sorry. That's me at work all the
Try
time.
and teach math. Try and teach math.
Hey, Terry, can you roll some D4s when everyone's taking psychic damage? That's what I do at my table.
You want me to do 6, 7? I'm sorry, what?
Whenever someone says 6, 7 on my table now, I roll D4 with psychic damage. I made a kid.
You
fall
make
for
them
psychic-
roll
Let
and-
me tell you, I make them roll psychic damage, and they don't really do it anymore. They're sick of it at this point.
Yeah,
so-
they are. They're
But I
absolutely
got
out.
it. So at Christmas
41's
time,
the new one.
I need to tell you, this is a hero story of mine. At Christmas time, I was running a Christmas holiday one shot that I wrote, and this wasn't open-ended story. It's a one shot that I've written previously where everyone's all bards and they're trying to get backstage at a music festival. It's kind of based on Airheads a little bit. Like
Yeah,
they're trying to
yeah.
get backstage so you
Yep.
can get on stage.
We all want to be Sleepy
At
Joe.
one point, they're in the mosh pit area, and there's a group of kids from the local school of rock, who are a local geology club, and they are terrified because they misunderstood when they booked the field trip. And so now they're there. So one kid decides
That is
he's going to
hilarious.
pretend to be Rudolph, like a celebrity walking up to the kids. And so he walks up to the kids and he's like talking to him. And I had one of the kids go, "Hey, Rudolph, can you count to 10?" And the kid goes, "Sure." He counts to 10. And when he goes to 6, 7, I had all the kids go, 6, 7. And the kid was so mad. It was the fun, like not angry, but it was,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the best thing ever that
Yeah.
I, as the DM, made the kid do it, and then I did 6, 7 to him. Like I like that rest of the week I was riding that high.
Yeah.
6, 7 to the kid today.
You got him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got him. All right. I think, are we wrapped? Are we done? Are we good? This has been so much fun, friends.
Hey Kimmy, I'm having so much fun.
I'm having so much fun.
This was great.
All right.
I don't have a migraine now. I felt like I was getting one before, and now I feel better.
Oh,
So thank
good.
you. Sometimes
The-
thinking about other things.
Yeah.
Well, the healing power of happy jacks.
Yeah.
The healing power of talking about RPGs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for joining us for for season 36, episode 24. This is the last episode of season 36. So we're going to take a few weeks break, check back happyjacks.org/schedule, and we usually take a few weeks break between this and the next season, and that will be season 37.
36, 37.
That's right.
Oh, that's right though.
Wait, why did my name get deleted from all the sections for next season?
Magic.
But in that
But you'll
week,
probably be back for like the 6th or 7th episode.
Actually,
You're all fired. You're all fired. Please support Tristan Zimmerman, him of Molten Sulfur Press. You can find their games at moltensulfur.com. Did I cut off a joke for you, Rob? I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna help.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying new things.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah. So in that dead period,
Uh-huh.
when we don't have an episode,
Uh-huh.
what can they do?
They can go and listen to our backlog of actual plays and advice shows, because now there's 36 whole seasons. Well, you can't go.
And-
Yeah, you can listen to season 19, I think, or 20 on.
That's when we got good.
Yeah.
and they can go onto our Discord
Yes.
and start asking us a bunch of questions. So when we come back for the break, we have a whole backlog of them.
And you
Yeah.
can play on game days on March 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top of the morning.
Yeah.
You now have quests.
First day of spring.
Do the thing.
Spring into games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you can also support Tristan Zimmerman, our indie designer of February. And thank you so much to our chat mod, James V, and to our amazing Patreons who keep us ad-free and independent.
Yay!
You can join their amazing ranks. That's another thing you can do in this little time at happyjacks.org/Patreon. My name is Kimmy, she, her. You can find the games I make at goldenlassogames.com. And yeah, that's mostly it right now. I guess I'm on the internet sometimes as Golden Lasso Girl or Golden Lasso Games or Happy Jacks RPG, but mostly Blue Sky and not a lot.
Hey, I'm Riley. You can find me on the Blue Sky and the Instagram. Both of them is Riley Silverman, so rileysilverman.bisky.com or whatever it is. Soch?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Yeah.
I'm on Blue Sky, Riley Silverman, and on Instagram. And coming up at the start of April, I am going to be participating in the Joy Who Lived Theater Festival here in Los Angeles for its second year. It is an all-trans and very, very trans euphoric festival here in LA. But what's really cool about Joy Who Lived is even if you don't live in LA, you can see all the shows because they get live streamed. Cool. And there is a live stream. So go to joywholive.com. I think tickets for a lot of shows just went live today. And so you can check that out. And this year, my friend Dan Peck and I wrote a pilot script for a half-hour comedy sitcom called NPCs, which might be very relevant to people who are fans of this channel. And so we are doing a live script reading of our very first episode of our pilot for the script.
Cool.
We're doing a live script reading for our pilot, and that will be on April 12th. And I believe we will be live streaming it. So
That's awesome.
we are still in the process of getting our voices together for it. But I am very excited to be doing it, and I look forward to having people see it. So
Congrats, Riley. That's awesome.
There's so much cool stuff.
So much good programming on that too. Please
It's a
check it out. The
great
calendar
channel.
looks amazing.
There's a lot of really, really talented, great
Yeah.
people doing shows on it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And James put it in the chat for people
Thank
to
you,
link,
James.
so that's good.
Yes.
Good job, bud.
There's a lot of cool shows on there. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm Rob. I don't do anything.
That's a
You have a great puppy. You have a new puppy.
Yeah, I
You
do.
need a
I mean,
puppy
yeah,
with the cutest puppy on the planet.
Yeah.
I have a
super
new
cute.
puppy. Work is sucking my soul dry. I'm on Twitter still because I have to be because of work. Yeah, that's whatever.
Okay, whatever. Hi guys. I'm not whatever. I'm Terry.
Terry.
Hi, what's up? Terry Gamble at the Terry Gamble. Terry Gamble, they, them. Terry Gamble, where am I? I'm on all the things still, for better or worse, because I'm also there on all the things for Horror Movie Survival Guide, weekly podcast. We are heading into our 9th year this year.
Awesome.
500th episode coming up later on this year.
Syndication.
It's sure. There's a lot of back catalog if you want to listen to me ramble on about horror movies every week. We've got a lot of movies back, and then we have a lot of interviews coming up. We just chatted with Daniel Kraus. He's an amazing author. He wrote a little movie you might know called The Shape of Water with Guillermo del Toro, and he's written a whole bunch of other stuff too. But he has a new incredible book. He's been on our podcast a few times already, so you can check out those old interviews. That one should be coming out. New one with him coming out in the next couple weeks. I'm also going to South by Southwest. I have a new movie coming out called Grind. I'm in it. It's really good.
Yeah.
We just had our cast and crew screening last week, so I finally got to see it, and I was like, oh, it's not bad. Okay, I can tell people it's great. I knew it was going to be good, but it's really nice to go see something and be like, okay, no, it's solid, and I feel really good about it. And we're premiering at South by, so I'll be in Texas when you're listening to this, and so look out for that whenever that is available everywhere else. Hopefully in the next year. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'm sure I'm missing things because my brain doesn't work today, but we made it.
They can find you on social though.
You can find me on the internet. I update stuff there all the time.
Woo.
That is true.
Good job.
Thank
Brain
you.
was working.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Woo! Thank you for the support. I
Always. I got you,
getting
man.
it to you, and I'm like, from here, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
It's Friday, friends.
You got no
Yeah.
job. You got nothing to do.
For like a brief moment when everyone was signing up for this reschedule, I'm like, oh, we should do the show on Friday again. Why did we switch it? I'm feeling why
This
we
is
switched
why.
it.
Yeah.
Like a full day of teaching and then all this. I'm just like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And also traffic getting here is so atrocious.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Thank you so much. And we will leave you with a song today. We're going to leave you with a song called Drink Till I Die.
It's one of my
I
favorites.
love that song.
It's a good one.
And it's got a video online too if you want to find that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it does.
I'm
And-
glad that I know why you wrote "Drink Till I Die" on a sheet of paper at the end of the show.
Yeah,
I was starting to worry about you, but this was a good song choice.
And it's by our friends, and some of the Happy Jacks crew are still part of the world famous Poxy Boggards. You can find their stuff at poxyboggards.com, and we will see you in a few weeks in season 37, friends. Talk to you later.
Bye.
It's 3:30 and the chill is gone. It's the longest binge I've ever been on. And so many pints my mind stupefied. But through all the haze I still hear them cry. A curse to you lads, a curse on your heads. Drinking pint after pint until I am dead. I just keep drinking and I don't know why. But tonight is the night that I drink till I die. 'Tis 4:45 and I'm still going strong. Is this the only place I truly belong? To make it all end, I the good Lord beseech, lying on the floor with my drink out of reach. A curse to you lads, a curse on your heads. Drinking pint after pint until I am dead. I just keep drinking and I don't know why. But tonight is the night that I drink till I die. 'Tis 6 in the morn, don't remember my name. I see all the faces, they all look the same. And the puke on the floor makes a terrible stink. What is this demon that makes me want to drink? A curse to you lads, a curse on your heads. Drinking pint after pint until I am dead. I just keep drinking and I don't know why. But tonight is the night that I drink till I die. 'Tis now nearly noon and the spinning has stopped. There'll be no more drink to the floor I do drop. And there's old Nick sitting there at Hell's Gate. He smiles at me as he patiently waits. A curse to you lads, a curse on your heads. Drinking pint after pint until I am dead. I just keep drinking and I don't know why. But tonight is the night that I drink till I die. A curse to you lads, a curse on your heads. Drinking pint after pint until I am dead. I just keep drinking and I don't know why. But tonight is the night that I drink